What happens when the perfect quarterback just disappears? Not due to scandal, not a career-ending injury, but by choice. Andrew Luck wasn't just a quarterback. He was a phenomenon, the future of the NFL, the chosen one. And then he was gone. Today, we're diving into one of the most tragic and mysterious stories in sports history. From Stanford stardom to NFL greatness, to a shocking retirement that stunned the world. Why did Andrew Luck walk away? What really happened behind the scenes? And is it possible that he was never meant to be a football legend in the first place? Stick around, because you might walk away seeing Andrew Luck and the NFL in a whole new light. And hey, if you're a football fan or just love a good mystery, hit that like button and subscribe for more untold stories. Chapter 1. The rise of a prodigy. Andrew Luck was born into football. Literally. His father, Oliver Luck, played in the NFL, was a college AD, and later became XFL commissioner. Football wasn't just in Andrew's blood. It was the family business. But Andrew was different. Quiet, brainy, bookish. He was reading Civil War history in middle school for fun. In fact, at Stanford, he majored in architectural design, and he was good at it. And let's be real, most college QBs are either gym rats or party kings. Andrew Luck? He was the guy in the dorm who brought his teammates cookies after exams. Under Coach Harbaugh, he transformed Stanford into a powerhouse. He made throws that had scouts drooling. The accuracy, the intelligence, the mobility, it was like someone created the perfect quarterback in a lab. By 2011, he was already being called the next Peyton Manning. But then, he shocked everyone. Instead of entering the NFL draft and becoming the #1 pick right then, Luck stayed another year. Why? I promised my parents I'd finish my degree. That's it. Loyalty and education over money and fame. Can you imagine someone doing that today? With NIL deals, agents calling, and millions on the table? That decision says everything about who Andrew Luck really was. What would you have done in his shoes? Declare and go pro or finish school? Let me know in the comments below. Chapter 2. The Golden Boy of Indianapolis. In 2012, with the first overall pick, the Indianapolis Colts drafted Andrew Luck. And the context here matters. This wasn't just any draft. The Colts had just released Peyton freaking Manning, the man who built the franchise. Fans were devastated. There were tears. The guy replacing him? A soft-spoken 22-year-old with a goofy smile and a Stanford degree. But from day one, Luck delivered. In his first season, he led 7 game-winning drives. He broke rookie records, made defenders miss, and even took hits like a linebacker. Literally, he would lower his shoulder and bulldoze guys. There's a now famous story. A defender sacked him hard, and Luck got up and said, "Nice hit, big man." That's who he was. Pure sportsmanship? Or maybe just a little unhinged. Some say that was his charm. Others say it was a red flag. A sign he didn't protect himself enough. Was he too tough for his own good? Chapter 3. Cracks beneath the surface. Behind the scenes, something darker was brewing. From 2015 to 2017, Luck's injury list read like a horror novel. Torn labrum in his shoulder, lacerated kidney, torn abdominal muscles, concussions, broken ribs. The man was wrecked. But here's what's wild, he kept playing. Even when he couldn't lift his arm above his shoulder. Even when he had to sleep upright in a chair. That's not toughness, that's self-sacrifice. That's NFL culture. Or Cam Newton. Guys who gave everything until their bodies couldn't take it anymore. And like them, Luck paid the price. Should NFL teams be more responsible when their star players are clearly hurting? Or is the culture of play through pain just part of the game? Comment your take. Chapter 4. The vanishing. In 2017, Luck disappears.
No practices.
No media.
No timetable.
The Colts call it a shoulder issue. Fans are panicking. Rumors explode. Is he retiring? Is he depressed? Is he seeking secret treatments in Europe? What we now know, Andrew Luck was falling into a dark place. He later revealed he felt trapped. Rehab became his identity. He wasn't a QB anymore, he was just a guy in pain. He stopped throwing. He distanced from teammates. Even his now wife, Nicole noticed something was wrong. He wasn't himself. What's heartbreaking? He thought maybe he'd never throw again. This was the moment when the dream died, for a while. Chapter 5. The comeback nobody saw coming, but then, miraculously, he came back. In 2018, Andrew Luck returned to the NFL, and it was magic. 39 touchdowns. For 500-plus yards. Playoff win. He looked reborn. The Colts rallied around him. Fans cried. He smiled again. And we thought, this is it. This is the redemption arc. But behind closed doors, the pain never stopped. Chapter 6. The retirement herd, round the world August 24, 2019. During a preseason game, news breaks. Andrew Luck is retiring. The crowd, stunned, boos him as he walks off the field. It was brutal, unfair, and totally heartbreaking. At 29 years old, the NFL's golden boy was calling it quits. Luck's words, quoted, "It's been unceasing, unrelenting pain. I'm in a place where I can't live the life I want to live." That's not a quote from an aging veteran. That's from a young man who had the world at his feet. If you were Andrew Luck, would you have done the same? Walk away from millions for peace, or push through a few more? Chapter 7. Life after football. Since then, Andrew Luck has vanished from the spotlight.
No TV Geeks. No podcast.
No TikTok account. Just gone. He's taken time for therapy, fatherhood, and rediscovering life. He occasionally helps out with football clinics or local high school programs, but he stayed true to his quiet nature. And perhaps that's the most Luck thing ever. While the world begs for answers, he just lives in peace. Andrew Luck didn't retire because he was weak. He walked away because he was strong enough to say, "No more." He reminded us that athletes are human, that joy matters, that pain isn't just physical. And maybe his real legacy isn't in touchdowns, but in showing us what it means to choose your own happiness. What do you think about Andrew Luck's story? Was it a tragedy or a triumph in disguise? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more deep dives into the untold stories of sports legends, hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.